Is a discovery right out of a mystery novel in Sauk County. That's where a community is stumped after kids found the fragments of a human skull a century or more old outside an historic cemetery. Leah Linscheid with the story from Reedsburg.
There are 5,500 people buried here at Greenwood Cemetery, and behind every one of those lives is a story. But one of those stories is a mystery after a surprising discovery back in the woods behind the cemetery.
It's like a walk with the Lord when I'm out here.
Dale Sumik's summer job as cemetery caretaker.
The Bennett family was really popular around this area.
Is a lesson in history.
It's reverend history. You know, it is old, and it's like taking care of a bunch of saints.
Some of the stones more than a century old.
Grave sites date back to the Civil War.
Dale can tell you a thing or two about their stories and the significance to this city.
Here's Webb. The high schools and that were named after him.
There is one story he can't so easily explain, though.
I'm a caretaker, so I have to be interested in that.
The discovery of a human skull fragment back in the woods behind his cemetery. Police say kids playing found the bones, turned over to an anthropologist for investigation.
Every human has a story, and that story continues after they die.
Unearthing the history behind a bone is John Hawk's job as an anthropologist on the UW campus.
Try to recover that history as well as you can and understand exactly where something has come from.
And it's a little more sci-fi book over biography.
And carbon-14 is one of them, and it decays really fast, actually. And that'll tell you how long ago the individual died.
When they get some information back, we'll start looking where it possibly could have been from in the cemetery.
Dale won't let this story die so easily because, as caretaker of this little piece of Reedsburg history,
You gotta help and try, because it was a human being.
Investigators are still trying to figure out why the skull was found here in the woods instead of in the cemetery and who exactly that person was. Outside Reedsburg, I'm Leah Linscheid for WISC News 3.
Again, police are pegging this skull at more than a century old, guessing around 150 years, dating back to when cemetery records were very spotty. They add there is no reason to suspect any foul play. The Sauk County coroner is helping to rebury those remains.